Hi folks, I'm Nate with Two Guys Riding. Today I'm out here in beautiful Hugo, Minnesota at the Back to the 80s car show, and I'm here with Bjorn. Bjorn, thanks for spending some time with us.
Thank you.
I can't hardly say spend anymore. It's been a long day. It's a warm day, but I think we might just have found the worst car ever made.
It is the worst car ever made.
So, with that, Bjorn, what is it?
It is a 1987 Trabant 601 Universal.
Okay, so it's from where?
It is from East Germany originally.
And at the time this was made, was there a vast array of cars available in East Germany?
Your choice was this, and you had to wait 15 years, or it was a Wartburg, which was for like a doctor or a lawyer, which had a 3-cylinder liquid-cooled 2-stroke.
Okay. So this was pretty much your only choice,
Pretty
right?
much, yeah.
All right, and they had it available as a sedan and a wagon.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Were there any other models as well?
There was also a Tramp or a Kubel, which was like a little Kubelwagen thing, kind of military-styled.
Okay. Yep.
Open car. Yep.
Yep. All right. So. I honestly don't even know if I have more fun talking to Bjorn or talking about the car. This is a great guy. So, but we are going to take you around the car and show you all this interesting facts that makes it probably the worst car ever made.
It deserves its reputation.
So, to start with, let's start with the original motor, because you have built it up, you've redone it, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But originally, when you bought it, what did it have in it?
So it's the same engine that's in it, but it was in stock tune. They made 26 horsepower.
26 horsepower.
Yeah. They were trying really hard.
Okay, so 26 horsepower, and the gas. You got to mix the oil with the gas.
Yep. So it's a gravity feed fuel tank.
Can we open it up and we'll take a look?
Of course.
So this is it. Ta-da!
That's all of it. So, about 5 gallons total, and then I lost my dipstick, but it's a dipstick, so you do math, and then you have to mix out your 2-stroke oil. And
so there's no gas gauge in the car?
So I've added one. Okay, but from the factory, there was not.
You actually had to dipstick. You had to dipstick your gas tank to know.
Yep, and then you have a reserve tank like a motorcycle,
which you would have to get out and manually turn.
No, it's a shut off on the dash because you actually have to manually turn the gas.
That's kind of fancy, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Well, it's cheaper than a fuel pump.
Yes,
and that was kind of the determining factor on anything with these cars is it cheaper or no?
Okay,
and that determined whether or not it got it.
Okay, so you have to dipstick your gas tank. You've still got to mix your own oil and gas. Okay, tell us a little bit about the setup for the.
So it's kind of normal, but except for half the engine's missing. So it's just an engine, then a regular 4-speed transaxle, and then here's your column shifter. So it's like first, second, third, fourth. It actually shifts really good. Like it's like the one thing. It's a really direct, nice shifter.
Okay. Now we were talking a little bit earlier about some similarities between this and a Corvette.
Oh, transverse leaf spring suspension, front and rear, and composite body.
Now,
not quite fiberglass. It's a little worse.
Hang on. We'll get to that in a minute because that is its own hilarious story. All right. So. What did you? This is the. I mean, when you got it, it was the stock engine. It was
really tired. It was really sick when I got it.
Okay, so what did you do to it?
So I did. It was easier for me to just get a whole new crankshaft. All the bearings were roached in the crank.
Okay.
So it was really loud and growly.
Okay.
So I got a new crank and then big bore jugs. So I punched it out to 700 cc, and then ported all the communism out of it and made it breathe. And then Mikuni TMX 30.
You see what I mean, folks?
Dirt bike. It's a dirt bike carburetor, essentially. Like a 250cc dirt bike.
Okay.
But it flows like enough, because this thing only spins out to about $5,000.
Okay.
So it's equivalent airflow, and it runs pretty good. It runs good for what it is.
And it is air-cooled.
Yep. So it looks like a 440 fan-cooled snowmobile engine.
It does.
But
it does. Oh, my gosh. Okay.
It holds its own now.
All right. Let's close the hood for a minute. All right, so let's talk about this body, because this is quite unique.
So it's a material called Duraplast, and it's basically communist fiberglass. It's fiberglass, but worse. It is It's phenolic resin, so it was a waste material from the dye industry, and then it's reinforced with cotton scraps from the textile industry. So it's made out of completely recycled materials. You can't recycle it any further. They actually had a big problem with what to do with these things because they made 3 million of them through the years.
Wow.
And they couldn't figure out what to do with them. They ended up having pigs eat them. So it's not recyclable, but it's digestible. And it's pretty strong.
Holy buckets.
It won't dent. Well, it'll crack and break, but it won't dent.
Oh my gosh.
And then you only have to worry about rust where you can't see it.
Yeah, because obviously the body parts panels don't.
Yeah, so like this is this is Duraplast. The 3 side panels are Duraplast, but this is steel, and then the trunk lid or hatch lid is steel, and then the roof is Duraplast again. So they actually make aftermarket fiberglass replacement panels for them, which I'll probably end up doing.
All right.
When I paint it, but that's down the road.
That's down the road.
Down the road's problem.
Okay, let's talk about tires for a minute. Obviously, it has brakes. You stopped.
Kinda, yeah.
Drums?
Yep, drums all the way around.
Okay.
The fronts are actually dual wheel cylinders to run each shoe.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not as good as discs, but it's cheaper than discs.
Cheaper.
So.
Okay. All right. Now, let's walk around to the back of the car for a minute. All right. Now, I almost hate to ask this question, but is the glass?
I think so. I do know.
You haven't pounded on that like you did the roof.
No, I haven't. So one thing that is kind of funny is the glass on each side is the same thing because they're flat. So like this one, the name on it is reversed.
Oh, really? It's the exact same piece.
It's the same piece of glass from side.
Well, you know, it's just
cheaper that way.
Cheap, and cheaper is the name of this car, right?
It is.
All right. I'm assuming incandescent. Obviously, at the time it was made, would be incandescent bulbs all around.
Yep.
All right. Can we open up the back?
Yeah.
Does it open?
It does, and it stays open. And those are the original struts.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're still holding?
They are. They're actually one of the few things that were imported when they built them.
I was gonna say, where did that come from? It still works.
They're from China.
oh man. So just a metal floor.
Yep.
And this was, of course, the part that would rust if
and it's underneath the tape is covering holes.
Okay.
But
all right. So I mean, you would have had some room to store some luggage.
Yeah,
Not bad. I mean,
I had 500 pounds of crap in it the other day.
Really?
Yeah, I daily it. It's my daily.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a brave man.
Well, I said there was something wrong with me.
All right, let's close that up. It does actually have a hitch.
So that was actually a requirement from the government in case they needed to commandeer your vehicle for military use. And I tow with it. I actually have a trailer that...
How much does it tow? It can't tow. I mean...
It doesn't like it.
At all?
No, it doesn't like it.
Okay, interesting. So that was a government requirement in case they needed to commandeer your vehicle so they could tow something with it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, now... European style fog lamps in the back,
fog and a reverse light.
And that
even works sometimes.
Don't push your luck there. That may be the one thing. All right, now exhaust system back here. Have you redone that?
Yep, it's got a new exhaust. What is it? 2-inch now? It's bigger than the stock exhaust.
Okay.
And then that was and then it's got a reshaped expansion chamber.
Okay.
For the 2-stroke.
All right, now let's step in the inside and we can kind of walk through everything that's in there.
Okay.
Is this actually the original steering wheel?
It is. Well, it's what came in it.
Okay. All right. And then you got a few buttons on the dash.
Yeah. So you got your headlights.
Okay.
And then I don't have these hooked up. This will be for the driving lights. This is for the rear fog.
Okay.
That was
for the military in case they needed to add an accessory.
It's a placeholder.
That's a placeholder. Okay.
Better than a hole in the dash.
Yep. And then your dashboard was just open, right? There was no cubby.
You don't get a glove box, but you get a shelf to put all your crap.
Big long shelf. We'll call it a Land Rover wannabe.
You know, for extra plugs because it's a 2-stroke.
It's going to need them.
Follow them out. Yeah. And here you got your manual fuel valve. So down is on, and then R is reserve, and then Z is off.
Okay.
I don't know the words for them, but that's what I know.
Now you got, is this gauge original with the green color?
So that's like a Speedo overlay. It was on it when I got it. I haven't been able to find anything like them online. I even tried looking up that company and...
Okay, so it's an overlay. Someone's put it on top of the original.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then the tack I added The fuel gauge I added, and then the cylinder head temp gauge I added. That's actually out of an airplane.
I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That may be the single coolest thing in this car.
Yeah.
Was this cassette deck?
So this was already here. It had a CD player in it when I got it, but I had that tape deck. I haven't hooked it up yet, but I don't know. I thought it was cool because it's Sansui, you know, like, it's kind of nice.
Now, headliner still? There is none.
It's got like a, I wouldn't even know what that is, like a
textured paint or foam?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it drive it? Do you drive in the winter? Have you had it long enough?
Yeah, I've had it 2 years. I drove it a little bit last winter.
Okay.
It does fine, you know. It's front wheel drive.
Okay.
And all the weight's over the front tires.
Yep.
So. And they're little pizza cutters. So
the okay, so on the doors, of course, you got this must be your door handle up here. Okay, and then your of course your automatic roll down windows there. I like the door straps.
Yeah,
and
this one has an armrest on it.
Okay, for the driver, it's a little more important.
Yep.
And then you actually had a pocket.
Yeah. Yep.
That you could pull out and put stuff in.
Yep. And then I actually added retractable seat belts.
Okay. Yeah.
So stock ones were just cinch.
Oh sure.
Yeah, and it was kind of like pick the happy medium, and yeah, it sucked. So I put in retractables. I'm gonna put the original front seat belts in the back. Okay. Because it has no rear seat belts right now.
Okay. So do the seats move at all?
Yes, they do. This one, they don't move great. This one I actually modified to move it about 2 inches back further.
Okay.
Just so, because like
you could fit in there.
Big for it.
Really?
And then you actually sit kind of sideways in it, like the
pedals.
The gas pedal is right in the middle of the car, so
you are at an angle.
You got the wheel right here.
But this is handy because then your passenger can drive.
Right. And like I remember, like the first long drive I took it on, I ended up. It was easier for me to just like
sit there like that.
Yeah, just sit sideways.
Because basically it's just keep to the floor.
Yeah, it's on the floor the whole time. So then it's a 4-speed on the column. So you got first, second, and then third, fourth. That's a reversed pattern to a normal, like a 3 on the tree. Here.
Do it again.
So you got first, second, and then third.
That is backwards.
Yeah.
First is normally where you are right now.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah. And then you go past a detent for reverse. And then you got your heater controls down there, which is...
Okay, did it have heat?
Kinda. It was exhaust heat. But
okay, yeah. But you had something.
I don't have the heater on it right now. There's an optional gas-fired heater too.
Okay. But I'm guessing there was absolutely no air conditioning available.
No, and even if there was, there didn't have enough power
to run it. Right, exactly. All right, so now you've reupholstered the front seats.
Yep.
Which apparently your eye color pattern coordination didn't quite work out.
I was too lazy to go out in the garage to look at what I had, and I swear it was that, but...
There's a car guy for you. It looks good. That's it. Let's order that.
Yeah, they're decent.
Hey, but they look good, right? When you first look at it, you don't even really notice it.
Right.
All right. Okay, and back seat, does that fold down?
Yes, it does actually. You have to fold it down from the trunk, though.
Okay. Well, let's step back outside, and I've got a few more questions for you about this. All right. This is unusual. Right, really unusual. So, how did you even know about this car being, how do you know it existed?
When I was like 7, I saw a magazine. I don't remember if it was Automobile or Car and Driver or something. It was just like old magazines at a garage sale that my dad brought home. And then it was the article, I think it was titled like the worst car ever made. And it was a picture of a blue wagon on there. And I'm just like, I need it. And then a couple years ago, I saw this one pop up for sale, and then figured why not, you know?
So where was this one actually imported from?
So this one came from Hungary through Florida. And
you went there to get it?
I had it shipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so you get it. It gets here. How far do you make it before one of the wheels rolls off?
Maybe 5-10 miles. Maybe it was the second or third drive. But yeah, I'm just driving, and then I'm like, that doesn't sound right. And then, the fix though was to just put it back on.
So it's not a Citroën. It will not balance on its own. And you lose that wheel and it goes down.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I just put it back on. The center hub nut just backed itself off. So
okay.
Put it back on and tightened it
up.
It hasn't fallen off again, so I think we're good.
Now, do you have future plans for this?
Probably gonna do the body work in the next couple years. Get
Okay.
a couple new panels for it, and then
Repaint?
yeah, repaint with the same color or close. I mean, it's like 4 different colors right now.
I imagine. Are you gonna do anything with the engine?
I have one more top end for it, so
Okay.
once it eats 2 more top ends, then it's getting a snowmobile engine.
Okay. All right.
Polaris XLT.
Oh, there you go.
It needs 100 horsepower.
There you go. And that'll actually give it a lot more power, won't it?
It'll be scarier than it is now. Yeah.
Now, what's the fastest you've had this car going?
I've gone 77 on flat ground with just me in it. And the factory top speed was 100K, so 62.
Holy
So I
bucket.
got 15 more miles an hour out of it.
Right, by doing the
Yeah.
redoing the engine.
Yeah. It's about as healthy as they can get.
Man, I tell you what, Bjorn, what a fascinating vehicle.
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing it. I mean,
Anytime.
it's just such a conversation piece.
Thank you.
Man, we hope you've enjoyed learning about this car and why it might, well, according to Bjorn, it is the worst car in the world.
It is.
Bjorn, thanks so much.
Thank you.
And thanks for watching.